streaming because I'm not using my DVD player till I get a new one next week, hopefully. This is the movie, the 2011 sci-fi movie, The Source Code. Well, just Source Code from 2011, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Michelle Monaghan. So this is 92 minutes. Let's get to it. I haven't seen this movie in years. A Mark Gordon company. I'm streaming it on Tubi because I have the Blu-ray, not the DVD of this. Vera Farmiga's in this movie. Jeffrey Wright. Source Code. This came out a year after Inception. It's a good looking film, and I thought it was longer than this, so it's not. It's only 92 minutes. It's a good look of the city. Ducks, written by Ben Ripley. Duncan Jones directed this. Yeah, it's a good movie, and it was a hit, unlike a lot of the movies today. Gyllenhaal was such a great villain in Spider-Man Far From Home. Mysterio, Michelle Monaghan, so gorgeous. One of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. She was in some of the Mission Impossible movies, but she stopped after 6. But she was smart. I did see this in the theater back in 2011. It was intriguing. There's Russell Peters. I did a movie. I did a SuperCon with him last year. He's Canadian. Yeah, I do like him as an actor though. I think he's funny and he has a lot of personality. There's no f. There's like one f bomb in this movie because it's a PG-13. It's a good looking film, and Duncan Jones knows how to direct a movie most of the time. I think he also did Warcraft. This movie came out 15 years ago, and it looks better than a lot of films today because it's not as digital. It actually looks like a film. It's not a $200 million budget. Sometimes you don't need that. Jake still hasn't won an Oscar yet, but he probably will. He got a nomination at least once or twice. It's a different identity. Kind of like Wonder Woman 1984, except this is a better movie. It's much shorter, and the premise is interesting. And the train's gonna get into a nasty accident, like Final Destination 3. The end of that movie. Yep, see, it blew up. I didn't see this coming when I saw this in the theater. And this is before Edge of Tomorrow came out in 2014, where he keeps dying over and over again. It's like Groundhog Day. We're 7 minutes in. There's Vera Farmiga, also very beautiful. She has the bluest eyes I've ever seen, man. Look at those gorgeous eyes. Her sister looks just like her, just younger. She was in The Nun and The Nun 2 for some reason. Everything gets a sequel now. Mm-hmm. There's Jeffrey Wright. Good actor as well. He has 8 minutes to stop the train from blowing up, or he's going to keep going. Hmm. It goes back to, it is like Groundhog Day, except this movie was a hit, unlike the Live, Die, Repeat, because that had Emily Blunt, and she ruins every movie she's in now. Oh, you're so lovely. I would love to meet her because I actually meet women in person. I would love to tell her that kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Mwah. I love it. She's absolutely gorgeous in that movie. They managed to make the same scenario. Just they do a few scenes different, so it's not repetitive. He is. He's Canadian and Indian, I think. Yeah, but no f bombs from him. Like in Supercon, there's a lot of f bombs because it's an R-rated movie. This is not. This is PG-13, so there's only one f bomb in it, which is fine because I don't want to see. I'm not in the mood for an R-rated film until next week. And once I get the new DVD player, I'm going to do my podcast on my DVD player again without delay. Tomorrow I'm doing Gamma the Brave because I said one movie per franchise for this month. Because there's other Gamma movies I want to do in May. And that was supposed to be the ad, but I blocked it. I don't want to sit through ads today on my computer. Michelle's just beautiful. Like, yeah, she's nerdy enough. She's done a lot of franchises and also did a lot of films that people know about. Mainly Mission Impossible is like probably her biggest claim to fame of franchises. Because this was only a one movie, and I don't need a sequel to this. Duncan Jones did a good job. I don't want this ruined by a legacy sequel that no one asked for, especially now that audiences have changed since 2011. They're less forgiving and they're more selective, and movies cost more and are way more long. The running times are asinine now. Movies can't be 90 minutes anymore. They got to be over 2 hours, or 3 hours, or 4 hours, or 8 hours if it's in parts. Nothing is short anymore. A movie can't be 90 minutes unless it's for kids. And even those are getting too long. They think that kids can sit in the theater for over 2 hours. They can't. I can. I just choose not to most of the time. I haven't seen a 2 hour movie in the theater since Superman, which is 2 hours with the end credits. This movie's not dumb. It's actually pretty smart. Sean Fentress. Yeah, they usually do this on planes. Hmm. His performance is really good. Like Nightcrawler was overlooked at the Oscars because Jake Gyllenhaal was very dark in that. Yep, it blew up. Yeah, that would be scary, man. To know that you're gonna die in an explosion in 8 minutes, that would terrify me. That's why I don't usually take an Amtrak. I usually take the subway when I go to certain places. But it's an interesting premise, though. And again, it did it better than Live Die Repeat. I haven't seen that because I'm like, I don't like British chicks. I said that once before. 90% of the time, they don't do it for me. That's fine. It's called a preference. We all have them. Some of us have more baggage than others, but again, that's their problem, not mine. That's why I chose to not do any movies with Brits for the whole month of January because I suffered enough. I'm seeing Spider-Man No Way Home, Brand New Day. Of course, I'm going to see it. I saw the first three in the theater without failure. Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. Not every movie needs a sequel. This doesn't. Inception doesn't. Interstellar doesn't. Sometimes a story is done and we can move on. But some studios feel like you have to pump out a sequel to everything that they make. Not every sequel can be the Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, or Return of the King, or Empire Strikes Back, or Return of the Jedi, or even Revenge of the Sith. If you got a story to continue, fine. But if you can't, just leave it at one film. Let it be self-contained. That's the problem with films now. Nobody did not need a sequel, or Megan, or any of these others if they're going to do it wrong. I'll see Megan 2.0, but I'm not. I'm reviewing it in February. It's going to be on Netflix soon. I think next week, or no, it's the 26th actually. That's in 9 days, so in a week and a half. Write this movie down. Hold on. When I do Mortal Engines, it won't fail because, like I said, I have a new DVD player, so it won't skip, and the disc is in perfect condition. Like Final Destination when they know what's gonna happen to them, like the when the plane explodes in the original. Hmm. We Monday I'm not gonna do a podcast because it's a holiday. I wanna stay off the grid. I want to just relax and go out and just watch a movie without delay. So when you know exactly what's gonna happen, it's like being a psychic. Yeah, and I know beautiful women. I've seen a lot of them at Comic Con. That was the same guy from yeah, the conductor is the cop that was in Peter he was in the Santa Claus. It's the same actor. I knew it was him. I was like, his mustache looks familiar. I'm like, yeah, the first Santa Claus movie, not the sequels or the TV show. She has beautiful hair. She has those thin eyebrows that just make her look. She has this exotic look to her. That's why I'm not worried about Brie Larson and Mario because I'm like, I was already into her way before the controversy of Captain Marvel. Just shut up already, people. You complain about a movie that came out 7 years ago. Brie is over it. She's not going to be in Avengers Doomsday. It's fine. She can avoid that. And she has better things ahead of her. Mario, we all know, is going to make $1 billion. The first one did, and this one will too. Kids love this franchise. I love this franchise since before half of you were born. That guy looks suspicious. I forgot how good this movie was. I haven't seen it in years. I think I saw it during the pandemic a couple years ago, but I haven't seen it in a while. I was gonna do Inception, but that's really long, and I want to wait till like spring or summer to see it because it's 2.5 hours, and I'm like Nolan, 90 minutes. Try to do a 90-minute movie. Can you do that without boring me out of my mind? Sometimes your movies don't need to be that long. Edit your freaking movies. The Odyssey doesn't need to be 4 hours. If it's good, I'll say it. But if it's not, I'm going to say it, even if people disagree with me. Everybody has a different opinion. Ooh, yes. Kiss those lips. Get yours. It's not a creeper. She was also an Eagle Eye. I remember that. Not a franchise, but it was a one and done. But it was a good movie. She happens to be in good films, even if they don't make money at the box office. Like, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was not a hit, but we remember her for her beautiful Santa outfit and just how sexy she is. Oh my God. When a woman's sexy, I'm going to say it. I don't care who says it. There is no they. They is these incels that live on the internet that are grifters that don't know what a real woman looks like. They never seen a real woman in the real world. I have. Every convention I ever been to, I've seen real women, not AI generated, real women. They're of all shapes and sizes and races and color and ages. What part of being a 100% heterosexual don't people understand? You know, no smoking. Yeah, I don't smoke or vape in the bathrooms of any kind, whether it's a bathroom outside or inside. Because yes, there's some bathrooms outside, like porta potties. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, over here it's 9 in the morning, 9:35. I only get motion sickness in the car sick sometimes. He's not a bomber. He's looking for like a trigger. That's why I don't start fights with people because I don't want to get arrested. The thing still blows up. Of course, he's gonna die now. Yeah, never go on the tracks. Just like Spider-Man when he gets hit with the train and Far From Home, he gets hit with the train, and it was for real. It wasn't like a dream sequence. This movie's yeah, it can do the same scenario, but make it add a few new scenes so it doesn't feel repetitive or boring. That's why this doesn't need a sequel because people are like, oh great, I gotta go through this again. Yeah, don't do a sequel. I don't even want a Netflix sequel. I'd rather it just be self-contained. At least it's not snowing today. It's supposed to rain. Mm-hmm. Look at his hair. No highlights this time. I'm not going to put a highlight. Mm-hmm. 32 minutes in. Well, in the movie it says 31 minutes, but it's approximate. According to this, the movie's an hour and 26 minutes. I first saw Jake Gyllenhaal in what was it? The Day After Tomorrow. He was clean shaven and he was really young back then. He could be a good lead and also a good villain as well. I mean, he had one of the best post-credit scenes that had a payoff, unlike some of the movies that came out recently, where he revealed who Peter Parker was. They do it again in No Way Home, and I'm like, yeah, and it worked. I thought that's when they were going to introduce Miles, and they're going to introduce him soon. We're 4 minutes movies in. It's time to put Miles into the MCU. You can't say it's a rush when we've had over 18 years of movies in the MCU since 2008. It's time. Because if Tom Holland quits, what are they going to do? Start over? No. They can't. Spidey is too popular to just keep, under ice. Mm-hmm. Parallel reality, Or in... At least Duncan Jones's movies are not overly long most of the time. I think he also did Moon with Sam Rockwell. I think that's him too. That movie's not 3 hours like Interstellar. Back to the train. Yeah, he knows what's going to happen. When you've lived the same day over and over again, you're gonna you're gonna know exactly what's gonna happen. It's like the last day of summer I did last year. Sometimes a movie doesn't need to be long. This is one of them. Short and sweet and to the freaking point, because I'm tired of movies being over the long. A Dunkin' Donuts, yeah, that's product placement. Now they just call it Dunkin'. Still got the same donuts though, and coffee. I can't wait to see who's gonna be at Comic-Con this year. I hope Brie goes. I want to fly to her arms. Life is what the choices that I make. No one else makes it for me. Period. Man or woman, it doesn't matter. I make the choices. It's our choices that make us who we are, not our affiliations. Yep, I see. Yep, he got to go back again. He knows it's going to happen. Yeah, it's good to make amends with people at the end of your life, but I'm not going anywhere, guys. I'm staying here. I'm not leaving Instagram or Facebook for anybody. Don't matter who it is, because I had a good friend on. I had a friend that I was gonna, mingle with in on Instagram that she had to leave Instagram because she was bullied by people. I'm not gonna let people bully me. It's not gonna happen. This and Limitless had really good, a really interesting premise. And they're different movies. They're not the same movies. Of course, Limitless is longer than this. Even the PG-13 cut has got Bradley Cooper in it, and he usually does long films. Because the Guardians films are long, and so is A Star Is Born and Superman. See, it's a movie that has good-looking people that can act. That's what I need in 2026. Not being complacent and just seeing the same people every time. This is going to be the year of young girls rising to the occasion. Haley Lou Richardson is going to rise, and so is Sadie Sink. After Stranger Things, she needs a big hit movie. I never saw Bullet Train because it has a bunch of foreigners in it, and plus, I don't want to see it to this month. And even the American actors have to do accents. I'm like, why? Brian Tyree Henry and Joey King are not British. You fools. They're not British. They're both American. Why are you going to make them talk like a Binto? It doesn't make any sense. Jake Gyllenhaal tried to do that and it failed in Prince of Persia because in Persia they don't have British accents. It's an Arabic country, I believe. Lie down. The movie's like half done, so. Um, about Michelle Hanahan, yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah. Who wouldn't? Jake is not gay. He only played gay in Brokeback Mountain. And his sister is Maggie Gyllenhaal, who worked with Heath Ledger before he died. She's she doesn't have as big eyes as he does. He's trying to check if he has a detonator. He, he's looking for a detonator. If Yeah, I mean, there was a bomb in a train in Die Hard with a Vengeance, which I could see that in February. I just don't have to do a podcast for it because I did it already. Bing. I remember Bing. I used to use it on my old tablet. He's trying to get information. Well, in 2011, not everybody was on their phones. In 2026, everybody's a phone drone. When my Verizon was down Wednesday, I wasn't even making any phone calls because things happen. That look in his eyes. So good. That is a cool image. I do like movies that are intriguing, that are not just dumb fun, that are, like mindful. Flashback, The Cards. I don't want to sit through ads because ads waste a lot of my time. I'm glad this was on Tubi because I wanted to stream something interesting. That's a good question. Because a lot of the Oscar bait movies are over 2 hours long and don't need to be that long. The Long Walk is about 2 hours, and One Battle After Another and all that. They're long, guys. Why are they so long? I don't get it. A movie can be short and sweet. It's not always necessary to stretch it out because I feel the length. Of course it is. See, there it is. That's the only fu in the movie because it's a PG-13, so they can't say it four more times. Yeah, I get it. program. Yep, he's going back. Mm-hmm. The effects are really good in the film too. It's fade to black. Gyllenhaal really has to carry this movie because it's him in almost every scene of the movie, and it's mostly in one location, the train, a simulation. It's a good scene. Back on the train we go. Gets to deactivate the bomb. This is pretty intense. He has a Star Wars shirt on. Jeez. That's the guy. It's pretty intense, yeah. Duncan Jones, at least his films have some tension in it. His good movies. Derek Frost. That's like an Amtrak train, not a subway, because it's outside mostly. Look at that stunt. Pretty cool. We're almost an hour in. We're like 2/3 of the way through the movie. It's only an hour and 26 minutes, so that's pretty short. I'm glad it's chose a short movie. I don't want to be here for over 2 hours. Maybe next Saturday. Maybe. Well, Monday is a holiday. I'm just not gonna do a podcast. Maybe a review, but not a podcast. Of course, he shot him. I get it, though. No, it doesn't. Let me see how long we got left. We're an hour and 1 minute in, so 25 minutes. Nope, because the movie would be too short. Don't drink the water. Mm. There's the bomb. Back to the simulation. Yep, you got it. Yankee. Decency, huh? This is a really good looking film. Looks like Christopher Nolan made this, but he would have made this movie an hour longer, and I don't need that for this. You get in, you get out, and go home. Sometimes that's okay with me. I don't need a story to drag like Mission Impossible 8 did. And I'm like, no, I don't need another running time like that for a long, long time. Major explosion on CCR train line. Anti government statements. I've heard that one before. And this is before Trump was our president. This was 2011. Barack Obama was our president back then. This movie has held up really well. It holds up. Forgot how interesting it was, and it's not an action movie. It's like a psychological thriller in a way, like Blade Runner 2049, except again only half as long and not as much filler. It's a great movie. It looks fantastic, but man, it's long. I'll do the original Blade Runner eventually, probably in the spring or summer, not in the winter because it's even the final cut is long. It's like almost 2 hours. So We're almost done. 69 minutes in. Look at that eye, that transition. His eyes. Quack, quack. Yeah. It's the last time you see that scene. Good, because I don't want the ending to be, yeah, it's predictable, but it's not, you know. Time is of the essence. Yeah, now tickets could be on your phone because everything's on your phone now. Now, Alamo Draft House, you have to use QR codes to give your order. They don't have any more papers. That sucks because when I went to see Sonic 4, I got to write them down. Now I got to wait. $4.70. He's going to get him. Jeffrey Wright, he's so good as an actor. He was in The Good Dinosaur and the Hunger Games sequels, things like that. Also the Shaft remake, but he was playing a Hispanic, even though he isn't Hispanic, but he dropped this. Yep, they got him. Oh no, they got him. We gotta save the little feller. At least I do my podcast. I don't make excuses. Even with my DVD player, it works. It's just that the sound, I can't control it. Here I can. I don't want to go deaf just to do a podcast. The volume's too high. I have to lower it. It must be done. I'm not going to lose my hearing over a movie or a show, especially if it's really, really long. Nuclear. That means it could blow up from miles away. Because a regular bomb could just blow up in one area, but a nuke can obliterate a city. It's a good performance by Jake Gyllenhaal. He really does carry this movie on his shoulders. If this was a lesser actor, this movie would have sucked. Honestly. If this was Liam Hemsworth or the Hobo or something like that, yeah, I would have been bored to tears. And it's too bad Jake Gyllenhaal's had a string of flops like Strange World and things like that, but this he's really good in. Would love to meet him at Comic Con. You can sign my Far From Home Blu-ray, my 4K. That's the only 4K I have. Because he's brilliant. It's a great villain as Mysterio. And yeah, I knew he was the villain. If people were like shocked by that, I'm like, guys, in the comics, he's a villain. It's not an anti-hero. And he introduces Peter to the multiverse, even though we knew about the multiverse years ago, before Far From Home came out. Yeah, it's hard sometimes, but at least I know what to say. It's just a voice over a phone, and it means so much more than that. So this movie's very intriguing. I'm glad I have this movie on Blu-ray. I just can't watch it here. They do have portable Blu-ray players, but they're like over $200. I can't afford that right now. I'll just get a new portable DVD player. That's all I need for my room anyway, because I can see the Blu-rays downstairs. I'm good. Excuse me. Yep, tell the world. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I know. Trust me, I have to deal with that every time on social media. That's why I'm not going to do that today. I'm avoiding Instagram and Facebook for at least 2 days. Monday's a holiday, and I don't want to be stressed out. Period. If you're angry about something, you deal with it. Don't throw that on me. I don't have time for anger this year. I don't. It's a new year. Some people just act the same, even no matter what year it is. It could be 2035, and they could still be like, Weinstein. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, okay? Just so lovely. I like a girl that's my preference, not yours. Some Russell Peters, I like him. I do like him. I would love to meet him at Comic Con too. Yeah, he's underrated. He's like Kyle Penn, except he's Canadian. Yeah, they mentioned the Obamas by name because this was 2011. So this was before Obama's second term because he got his second term was 2012, and then he was president until 2016. And then everything changed, and people just got so bitter. I'm like, it's Trump is a man. He's not the Antichrist, guys. Just let me say that, all right? I'm just gonna leave it at that. Stop treating him like he is. He's an old man. He'll be gone soon. I still have time. Some people don't. They're too busy complaining and about every little freaking thing. Yes, ma'am. So a kiss in time. That is romantic. They stopped time. In Time's also another intriguing movie. That should have done a lot better than it did because it's an interesting premise. Sometimes a premise can win me over. It doesn't have to be a $200 million 2 hour and a half 2.5 hour movie. Hey, you can't stop people from fulfilling their destinies. So he's a half a body. It's a good prop. Yep, cardiac arrest. That's a really good shot of the city. Look at those eyes. I could just fall into those eyes. Enjoy the life that you live because it's not going to last forever. Not in this human body anyway. That's why I'm going to enjoy 2026 and not try to have people run the show for me. I will live the life I choose. No one else can do it for me. Period. That's not a preaching, that's reality, people. The score is really good in this movie too. I wish it was a beautiful day today so I could go out, but it's fine. Next week it will be. That is a cool statue. Happy ending. That is a nice shot. Nellis Air Force Base, Nevada. American flag, yeah, that's what Monday is all about. It's not about complaints, it's about being patriotic and accepting the I have a dream, yeah, I have a dream that I can actually go on Facebook and not have to be harassed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I could change this now, make it smaller. So 56 minutes of battery life. I'm gonna just charge this thing. It's a good movie. If you've never seen it, it's on Tubi, so you can watch it for free. You don't have to illegally download this or anything. You can just find it. Because Tubi is free. Yeah, there's ads, but it's worth your time. How come this movie did what Terminator hasn't done in years? A whole new world. Yeah, get to that movie eventually. Yeah, that was a good movie. That was Source Code, guys. An hour and 26 minutes of pure entertainment, and it's really, really well done. And if you've never seen it, see it, please. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be doing Gamera the Brave if everything goes well. Yeah! See you guys next time.